somewhere they can never return.
Where can they be?
Last that we left off, you all were still within the court of the Archfey, Neve of the Golden Hair, as Juniper attempted to attune to this new item you all had acquired, a circlet known as the Silver Bow. It took Juniper a bit of time to figure the process out, but once she did, second time's a charm, right? The circlet was the circlet anchored itself to Juniper's magic and to her soul, and was claimed finally and officially by your party. She immediately used the Silver Bow to cure Omenda of his memory loss from the waters of the Wilderland. And you all set about figuring out what to do next. There was a bit of a discussion about whether you all were going to just return to Canal Dithe with the one artifact, as that was kind of the basest requirement you were asked to acquire by Fonda, the village crazy lady. However, Omenda put forth the option of going to the other island, meeting with the other sister, and acquiring the other artifact. For not only would both artifacts be, useful to have around, but also perhaps a bit more of a reward for bringing them both back. So, you all left the Wilderland. There was a brief foot race and accusations of cheating and accusations of not fully explaining the rules of the foot race before it was set off.
Beaten.
There was a conversation with a giant stag that apparently is the husband of the Archfey that you all were just interacting with.
That's what I call a stag dude.
Hell yeah. And then you all hopped aboard the little coracle once you exited the Wilderlands and sailed for the Isle of Kleena, a darker, more foreboding place. Now, Kleena, you all knew only as the Queen of the Banshees. Arriving on the shore of this other island, it was decided that Juniper would stay behind with the little boat, as you did not want to make Kleena herself angry at having one of these other artifacts that she is apparently very jealous of her sister for guarding. Ewan decided to stay back with Juniper so that nobody was left alone. And Omenda, Ophalon, and Kyra set off through the thick pine woodlands of the island. After walking for a few hours, eventually you felt a shift as you stepped over into another realm. And it did not take long for Ophalon and Kyra, at least, to realize that this wasn't simply the Wilderland. You were all stepping into the other world, or at least a portion of it. And you found the court of the Banshees and Kleena herself. Very similar in stature and look to her sister, although with raven black hair instead of gold. Another tree beside her throne with 3 magnificent birds, almost peacock-like. They made haunting noises that the Banshee Queen claimed were the omens of the deaths of those out in the world. The 3 of you inquired about the object, the Goblet of Truth, which she freely showed you and said, if you want it, simply take it. And as Omenda ascended a set of steps up to the plinth where the goblet was, reached out and grabbed it with his little froggy hands. Those 3 birds turned, hissed, and began to sing a mournful cry and dirge as they shifted into ghostly pale women, shrieking, moaning, and preparing for a chase. And that's where we left off. So, at the moment, because we did roll initiative last week, or last time we played, at the top of the initiative, Kyra, it is your go.
Oh, okay. I have
To
2
set up-
questions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ask your question.
2 questions. First question. What do I know about Banshee? If anything.
You can make
A banshee check.
this would be a. Let's see what type of check this is gonna be. I'm gonna say for this, you can make a history check or a religion check.
I have a better religion. No, come on. 14?
14. You've heard stories like many people have. Banshees are female spirits. They are omens of the dead. It is said that those that hear the call of the banshee either die themselves or become a banshee. There's a lot of like weird cross talk about all of that. You do know that banshees tend to haunt specific areas. They are undead. It is a spirit. And as such, that they haunt a specific area, usually, as with most spirits that are bound to an area, they tend to not leave that area.
Okay.
But that's the understanding of banshees in the material plane.
Right.
You are in the plane of the dead at the moment. The only other thing you get with a 14 in religion is that banshees tend to only be the spirits of fae, never of mortal races.
Noted. Okay. I am going to She just said take it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna have Tarn go and grab Omenda.
Okay.
And then get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
And I am going to, as my bonus action, I am going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself. And I'm going to, not provoke, opportunity attacks. And, it will give me advantage on one weapon attack, on my turn. That will deal an extra bit of damage and give me extra movement. So what I'm gonna do is, with this, I'm also going to... Oh, I can't. It's worth... Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on.
Before you make any firm decisions about what you're going to do, I want to just make sure I have the full scene set up for you as well. So there is a little knoll with a throne atop it. Kleena herself is sitting there with a look of manic, glee on her face. She does not appear to be doing anything. She is sitting in the chair. The tree that is next to her, these 3 birds that have now turned into these ghostly women that are moaning and wailing, they look like they are about to come at you. That tree and that throne are about 75 feet away from you on the other side of a pool. Omenda is at the center of the pool up on the plinth and has just grabbed the cup. So that's only about 45 feet from you. So Tarin, I think, has to use a dash to get to Omenda, can pick up Omenda, and can then not quite get back to where he was originally with a dash.
He won't be stuck on the plinth, right?
You don't... I mean, he goes up and gets Omenda and runs down with him. Nothing is keeping them there.
No, I was just making sure that with his full movement, he'd be able to get up on the plinth, grab Omenda, and get down. Okay. Then yes, I'm going to still do that. I can't, Oh, now I know why Gwen told me not to read into the ban sheet. Okay, yes. I'm gonna just... One minute. As my action, actually, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Okay.
And I used that, so that's good. I'm gonna use a pact slot for that. Actually, no. I'm gonna use a spell slot for that because I have ranger spells now.
Okay.
So I can hold on to my pact stuff for something bigger. Yeah, and I'm gonna just whistle to Taran to go get Omenda, and I'm gonna look at Ophalon and just run. You're saying you're fast, you might as well use it, and I'm gonna just turn around and leave.
You got it.
Because I don't know what else to do, because I did not roll high enough to know how to do anything.
Correct. At the end of Kyra's turn, as Kyra rushes off away, Taran following behind with Omenda on his back, clutching this pewter goblet, and Ophalon, I presume, just kind of standing there, being like, "All right, well, this is happening."
Run from what?
You say run from what? As these 3 birds, these 3 birds, these 3 ghostly women that have just erupted out of these birds begin to and head out at you all across the water. I need 4. Let's see.
Get your dog.
I need for all 3 of you to make for me Constitution saving throw.
That include me.
That includes you, and for you, Kyra, this is not. This isn't one of the things that protection from evil and good gives you protection from. It's not one of
It's
the.
It's disadvantage on attacks.
Right, but you also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. I
Yeah.
think, but that's none of those things.
Yeah. Okay. That is a 19 for me.
You said a con save?
A con save.
22 for me.
Hell yeah.
So this isn't a spell or a magic. Is this a spell or magical effect?
This would be considered a magical effect.
Cool, I get advantage. That's worse. We're gonna go with a 14.
A 14?
Wee doggy. Yes.
And what did you get, Kyra?
A 19, God.
A 19? Kyra, you take 10 points of psychic damage. Omenda, you take 10 points of psychic damage. Ophalon, you drop to 0 hit points. As the wail of the banshee shudders in your soul, and you are filled with so much fright that you just die. You're not dead. You have the dying condition. You're making death saving throws.
Ow.
Damn.
The 3 ghostly women get right up to Ophalon, but they've used their actions, and their turn has ended, which is going to bring us to Ophalon's turn. Ophalon, can you go ahead and roll a death saving throw for me?
Just imagine the moment. I imagined the moment towards the end of Evil Dead 2 where the fucking scary tree comes in the door and Ash screams and he get the sides of his hair turn white and the plant next to him withers. It's a 16. We're starting strong.
You are starting strong.
Better than a sharp stick in the fucking eye.
That's going to bring us to Omenda's turn.
All right. So, do I obviously see Ophalon go down, right?
Yes. You are riding this dog, and you are the spirits were coming directly for you, but when they saw Ophalon drop, all 3 of them went to him.
Right,
so they're technically a little bit ahead of you right now.
Okay.
Man down.
How far away are they?
At the moment, no more than about 20 feet.
Okay. Let me see. Let me think about. I've got 2 ways to go about this. Oh, it's a bonus action. Okay. All right. Well, I have to reload my what's called thing. Give me 1 sec. But what I would like to do, sadly, Valerie, I appreciate the ride, but I'm gonna have to hop off. Oh, it's. But I'm gonna use my little grungy jump. And give me a sec. Let's see how far it is. What is it? 25 feet. And I'm gonna jump to over top of Ophalon. And I'm gonna cast Healing Word. At first level, just at first level.
Okay.
I'm gonna say my healing word is gonna be, I'm gonna need you to get up. I gotta roll
My
D4.
healing words are get up, fucker.
Oh shit. Let's go. 7. You get 7 HP back.
Flan, you get 7 HP, and you come to consciousness. You are prone, and you see Omenda right nearby, but you also see 3 ghostly women bearing down upon you.
Fuck, am I still here?
Is that the end of your turn, Omenda?
I believe I still have, because it doesn't take my action to do my jump, right? That's like part of my movement or some shit.
I
right?
think it just uses your movement, I think.
Tell that to fucking Baldur's Gate.
Well, he's a frog.
I know.
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
That is just actual D&D raw. It is a weird Baldur's Gate quirk.
My, Oh, it's Santa Claus. I see. My bad. My Mozilla Firefox was fucking up, and I was like, what's doing it? Let me open up my character sheet again. Sorry.
Now your character sheet's a Santa Claus?
No, I'm eating Santa.
Oh.
Yeah. He was pressing space on my keyboard. But I still have my action, correct? I think.
You think so?
Let me look. I can actually read it now. Let me. Features and trades. Standing leap. Yeah, it just says you long jump is up to 25
so
feet.
that
Yeah.
still consumes your movement as normal.
Mhm.
But you, it doesn't cost you any actions or anything. So you do still have your action. Yes.
Sweet. So I would like to then, I already cast a spell, so I can't cast 2. So I would like to use my short sword to do just a little slashy attack at one of the nearest by little banshees.
Okay. Go ahead and strike out.
Hell yeah, this dice is treating me right today. That's gonna be 19 on the die plus 7 for a
That does.
26.
Oh, that that definitely hits. Is your short sword magical at all, or silvered?
I don't believe it was silvered, no. So we're looking at, I'm pretty sure, non-magical.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see. My little d6. Yep, it's gonna be 6 plus 4, so that's gonna be 10 max damage.
10 points of damage. Reduced to 5.
Respectable.
Anything else for your turn, Omenda?
Nope, that'll be all. I kind of forgot about the grunt poison thing, so I'm gonna skip it.
Okay. At the end of Omenda's turn, we return to the top of the initiative. Kyra, you're running. You turn to look back. The frog has jumped off of your dog, and the goat man is down.
Frog is off the dog, I repeat.
Okay, there's got to be a trick to this, right? That's what the Fae are all about. There's got to be a secret to the chaos.
Really? Run is the secret.
I don't think run is the secret. Because I have a question. So the cry that the banshee does is what hurt me initially, right?
Yes, the wail that echoed out hurt
Do-
you.
I
Yeah.
know if I block away from me from hearing it, that it could like nullify it.
That shriek that you just heard
Is like soul like
it
wrenching, right?
it resonates your entire body.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Whatever you're gonna do, make it good.
Okay. This is probably a bad idea. I don't want to hurt. I don't. Fuck. Okay. I am gonna use a charge of the Mabinogi. And I'm going to use Hail of Thorns with my attack that I'm gonna do with the Mabinogi. And pray that this bow works. Pretty please. And I will. So there's two of them around Omenda and Oflon. There's three of them. Son of a bitch. Okay. What do I do? I don't know. Fucking,
Honestly,
I'm
Ophalon is strong enough to just pick me up as he gets up. Tap me on his shoulders.
Probably.
How many crossbow bolts do I have? 19. Okay.
You said they are undead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do undead have dark vision?
I mean, I think it would depend on the undead.
Can I cast darkness where all of the Banshee are, so Omenda and Ophalon can get away?
Yeah, you can cast darkness. Omenda and Ophalon are going to be in the darkness as well.
Yeah.
But it will be darkness, yeah.
Okay.
Amanda, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Cool, neither of us do.
Yeah, but you guys know what direction you're
Doesn't help you in darkness
Yeah.
anyway.
Do I? I just
Yeah,
jumped on
it's
top
true.
of a guy.
Dark vision doesn't matter for the darkness spell. That's magical darkness.
Yeah.
Big valid.
I'm gonna use my Drow magic. And cast
Slow.
darkness
Mm-hmm.
on the space. And before I do, I'm like, get out of there! Ophalon, grab him! And I will cast darkness. And can I describe what her darkness looks like? It's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
From like beneath you, with all of this smoldering energy from being in the other world, black tendrils of smoke in the shape of like the dogs that Taran is, begin biting at the ground around the Banshee before it explodes in smoke.
Nice.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. Darkness erupts in the area, which is really good.
And I'm gonna keep running.
You keep running. What is Taran doing? Is Taran coming after you or staying with them for the moment?
I'm gonna have him guide them out.
Okay.
So Tarn
That's-
grabs Ophalon's hand and starts like pulling him.
Bowling. You got it. At the end of Kyra's turn, it is the Banshee's go. The Banshee are in darkness and therefore cannot use their horrifying visage. So instead must settle for making some attacks at disadvantage in the dark because they cannot see in the darkness.
Oh, fuck.
I like that.
I totally went out on a limb there.
Okay.
Well, goddamn it, now I have to get on out of here.
One day I'll have my dice actually ready to go. All right. Attack at disadvantage at Ophalon. Does a 9 hit?
Fuck
Does
out
him
of here.
being prone do anything?
Am I still prone?
You are
That
still
would just
prone.
be a straight roll, wouldn't it?
It would make
Yeah.
it a straight roll. It would still have missed on that one. So the second will be a 13 to hit.
Fuck out of here.
And the last one will be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
On the silvery barbs, that bitch.
You cannot see.
Damn. Darn it. Yeah, because it is the one thing is visual is verbal.
Well, no. It's so just read what Silvery Barb says. Do you have to be able to see?
It says you magically distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must roll a d20. You then choose a different creature you can see within range. I can choose myself. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll. It doesn't say I have to choose the first one, but it says I have to choose the second one. It doesn't make any sense. It's up to you.
One reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh yeah, I just totally skipped the whole casting time bit.
You're good. They put it in a
it's kind of in a dummy
on
spot.
the spell.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Never mind, I won't do that.
One attack is going to hit Ophalon.
Yeah.
And be prepared because Ophalon might go down again here.
Yep. Fully expecting to.
Oh,
That's fine. Omenda's jacked.
Ophalon, I rolled Garbo on 3d6. You take
Hell yeah, dude.
6 points of damage.
I am teetering on the edge of death again.
The Banshees are lashing out furiously, but it is the end of their turn. Ophalon, that's your go.
Okay.
You have a dog that you can tell is a dog that is pulling on you, trying to get you up and out of there, and you feel Omenda next to you as well.
So I knew I just took that hit. So would I know that like the Banshee is like right on top of me?
You know the Banshees are right there, yes.
All right. In that case,
I will remind Travis, for the purposes of mechanics in D&D, creatures that cannot see you cannot take attacks of opportunity against you.
fine. I'm going to. I'm going to use one of my speed bursts. As a bonus action, I'm going to take the dash action. And my AC goes to 17 until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And so I'm going to spring off the ground, grab Omenda by the arm, and start running.
Okay. So you use half of your movement. Do you have the athlete feat? You don't, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. So you use half of your base movement to stand, and then you dash. So you have your dash speed plus half of your original.
So call that 17 rounded down plus 35. 52 feet.
52, and we'll just round that. So, yeah, you have 52 feet of movement. You can. Omenda is a little frog man. You are a big buff Urishk, it does not impede you to run with him. Taran pulls you guys out of that area. You sprint out of the darkness. You're not quite all the way caught up to Kyra yet, but you're pretty damn close. And is there anything else you'd like to do as a bonus action, Ophalon?
So using my speed burst was my bonus.
Oh, that is your bonus action? All right.
Yes. The speed burst then augments my action.
Got it. At the end of Ophalon's turn, Ophalon with 1 HP, sprinting away, far away. Omenda, that's your go.
All right. So we're out of the darkness.
Yep.
I still have a level of exhaustion.
I'm
Sucks.
I'm going to as we kind of run away, I'm gonna kind of get onto Ophalon's like back / like shoulders area. And can I see the banshees?
Not at the moment, no. They're in a 20-foot radius sphere of darkness.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Is it
sorry,
20 foot?
Kyle. I've got to really get.
Is it a 20-foot radius or 20-foot sphere for darkness?
Effect is 20 feet. 20 foot
20 feet.
sphere. 20 foot sphere.
20-foot sphere? Yeah.
Yeah.
This little cut. I would like to use my turn if I could, just because we're kind of running away. I'm not gonna need to do anything really. I'd like to use my turn to investigate the cut.
Yeah. Make an investigation check.
And I want to see if this feels like, because it is all Fey nonsense, but if it kind of feels like it should, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh damn! The one bad roll tonight. Okay. All right. What was investigation? It's gonna be a 4.
A 4. It's a cup. You have spent enough time around things that you've looted in the past to know that this is definitely made of pewter. It's hard to fake that. And you look at the symbol that is etched onto the cup, and it is hold on. It is where did it go?
I need to take identify, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Do any of us have identify? Did we just screw that up this
Juniper
time again?
does. Juniper has a monocle that lets her cast identify. Fuck. There is an etching or an embossment of like a fir tree on the cup itself. But other than that, I mean, that's what you can tell. It's a cup. It's made of pewter, and it has that symbol on it.
Okay. Cool. That's my whole turn. That's all I'm doing. I want to see whatever.
At the end of Omenda's turn, that brings us back to the top of the initiative, and now that all of you are running away and not being harried immediately by the banshees, now we begin the chase encounter. So,
not the chase encounter.
The chase encounter will go as follows. Let's see. Alrighty, so for this chase, there are going to be a series of obstacles as you run through the forest. You need to use the dash action on your turn to run. When you use the dash action, at the end of your turn, you have to make a Constitution saving throw. If you fail the con save, you gain a level of exhaustion. If you get to 5 levels of exhaustion, you are considered caught, and a fight will begin with the levels of exhaustion you have obtained. For the purposes of the chase, these levels of exhaustion, should you acquire them, will only last until the end of the encounter. That is why you won't go all the way up to 6, because that would just kill you.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is more to signify that you are sprinting like a motherfucker through the woods. We will go through a round of dashing and a round of the saving throws. And then at the top of the round, there will always be an obstacle. You need to get past 3 obstacles in your way out of a potential 5 in order to escape the banshees. Understood? So, at the top of the round, our first obstacle becomes apparent as you all are running. I'm going to roll a d20. You all are fleeing, and you hear the wails of the banshees screaming behind as they shoot out of the darkness and begin their pursuit. As you all are running, Taran at your side, you see this screams are causing the wildlife here in the other world / Wilderland. We're in a kind of weird space with that. The wildlife is panicking and is also fleeing. You see stags, you see foxes, you see hares, you see even boars and bears fleeing through the woods as well. Which is strange for how quiet these woods were as you were initially making your approach. I need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw. As you are fleeing now with animals jumping left and right across your path. Not trying to, but they are impeding your progress.
16, my good man.
Okay.
18.
18.
I've got a 21.
21.
Indeed.
Despite the stampeding animals, you are with Kyra and Taran in the lead, able to make your way through these animals no problem.
Hey God.
Yes.
Can I use my hound that has been so graciously given to me by my god to run ahead of us, because he's got 50 feet of movement, and clear the path of animals, like to keep them out of the way?
If that's what you're doing, that's fine. You guys succeeded on the check against the obstacle.
Well, there's the flavor text for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the end, that is the thing there. Kyra, Ophalon, and Omenda, the 3 of you use your dash actions to run. You have bonus actions on your turn that I'll allow each of you to use if you wish to use your bonus actions. I know that I think Omenda, because of the levels in Rogue that you have, I think you can actually dash as a bonus action as well. Or do you have 2nd level Rogue?
I do have 2nd level Rogue.
So you can dash again if you like, but you can also use your bonus action to do something else if you'd like to. Keep in mind, if you dash again, I will be having you make 2 Constitution saving throws at the end of your round.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll go ahead and dash again.
Okay. Okay, so, Kyra and Ophalon, anything you guys want to do for your bonus actions on your turn?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind.
You may absolutely do that.
Gaining 13 health.
There you go, buddy. I would have really been sad if I had killed you with stampeding animals.
That would have low-key been like, and the animal man gets to be an animal.
All right. If there's no other bonus actions to take, the 3 of you,
I don't get that ability yet.
I need you to make Constitution saving throws. Omenda, you're going to make 2 for me.
Alrighty. Let's do it. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
I
14
really hope I
again.
made that. That's a 15.
That does make it, yep.
Yay!
First one is a 10.
10
Second
just
one.
succeeds.
Is 14. Thank God.
14. The DC is 10 for these.
Good. 14.
All right. That is the end of the round. Back at the top of the round, as you all continue to run, you make your way through these animals fleeing, and you hear the banshees hot in their pursuit. Looking back over your shoulders, you see that they're like in a weird form where they're like half these fey undead spirits and half these strange otherworldly birds that are crying and wailing out as they follow. And looking behind you, you see these other animals that are running just dropping dead as the banshees are wailing and flitting through the forest. All right, top of the round. At the top of the round, there are... I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. You flee. Up ahead of you, Kyra, who is in the lead, you hear Taran give an alert bark up ahead of you. And as you come running around the corner, you see, or around this this area, you see a tree that has fallen, and a swarm of insects. It looks like hornets or something similar that had a nest in this tree that are now angered that this tree has fallen. And the current path that you guys are on, the quickest route back, is directly through it. You can go around it, and you will lose some distance between yourselves and the banshees, or you can travel through it and try to mitigate the circumstances.
Kyle,
Mm-hmm.
are we in theory? I know we had rolled initiative, but are we at this point in theory taking our turns at the same time?
Kind of, yes. And the thing is, this is the top of the round. So
Yeah.
this is an action. This is a chase action. So this is happening. If you use your action or your bonus action here, you are losing an opportunity to do something on your actual turn, which will happen after we resolve this.
Yeah. Well. The only reason why I was asking is because since I can still dash as a bonus action, I was gonna see because what I know about little bugs is that they follow light and hornets be angry. So I was gonna, as we were running, go and grab a rock, cast light on the rock, and throw it past them, like through/past them.
Yeah.
To see if it'll like follow the rock.
Yeah, absolutely. You go ahead and do that as your action and make a persuasion check, little bard man.
Hell yeah, man. I'm really good at those. I got a +10.
Ew.
Alrighty.
They're bugs. It should be okay.
Alrighty, so that's an 18 on the die for a 28.
Hilarious.
Hot.
The swarm of hornets angrily pursues the light. There are only a few left in the area, and as each of you runs through, they're going to take attacks of opportunity at you. However, they are severely limited to what they can do at this moment, and they will now have disadvantage because it is truly about 5 that are remaining in the area.
Nice.
Against Kyra, that is a... No, that's not that high. Just roll. Oh, yeah, it was the 7. That's right. So that is a 10 to hit Kyra.
Does not hit.
That is a 10 to hit Ophalon.
It misses.
And that is a 16 to hit Omenda.
That does hit, but can I silvery barbs it?
If you would like to silvery barb a wasp sting, you absolutely may. That's your choice. That is your reaction, but you don't really need that at the moment, so...
It definitely feels like the smart option, just in case there's any kind of poison.
You could give disadvantage to the Banshee.
I could. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I can't see it. I can't see the Banshee.
He can use silvery barbs to give disadvantage to the Banshee if the Banshee's doing something.
Got it. No, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Ignore me.
Silvery
Yeah, I
barbs
can
is
give
certainly
advantage
a
is what it
spell
is.
that exists.
Yeah. So, but I will then give Kyra advantage though.
Okay. Kyra, you'll have advantage on your next d20 roll. The bee is going to roll again and roll higher. So
at the bee, not at Kyle.
Being that there is only a few in the area, the damage goes from 4d4 down to 1d4. You do take 4 points of damage, piercing damage, just from being stung by a hornet as you run through this little area here.
God damn it.
The obstacle is cleared. Dashes all around, and
in a one-horse open sleigh.
A one-horse open sleigh. Constitution saves from each of you. Kyra will be at advantage.
Another 18.
9. That's 1 level of exhaustion.
4.
That is your 2nd level of exhaustion.
No.
Moving at half
I
speed.
don't need disadvantage on ability checks. That's
Ophalon
exactly
is
what
now
I've done.
moving at half speed. Okay.
I wonder if I could distort value in his brain to think he were lighter so he'd run faster.
Absolutely not.
That's not how physics works.
That's how psychology works, though.
You guys have, however, successfully passed 2 obstacles. The third obstacle that you are coming up to now, you can see it. A shimmer up ahead. The border between the Wilderland and the material plane. Now, Kyra, with your 14 from earlier, you know you're in the Wilderland, the other world, whatever, and these banshees are here. However, you also do know that banshees do show up in the material plane. So it's hard to tell whether or not these things are going to be able to follow you out there or not. But as you all are...
Well, good thing the motherfucker who doesn't back down from a fight is on the other side of that barrier.
Yeah. And not directly on the other side of that barrier either. You guys traveled quite a ways before you entered the Wilderland. So you see the shimmering area up ahead. You know that shortly you will be breaking through into the material plane again. Yeah.
Because Ophalon is running at half movement, I'm pretty sure that Tarn's half movement from while carrying someone is still higher when he dashes than Ophalon's would be. Because Tarn's base movement is 50 feet.
Yes, so that would put Taran moving at 25 feet, and then dashing would get him back up to 50.
Right. Which would still be higher than Ophalon dashing to his full speed.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I will whistle and have Taran ebb back to Ophalon. And Ophalon, you feel as Taran ducks, goes behind you like an asshole on the freeway, and then ducks under your legs and picks you up, before taking off again.
He is a big dog.
He's a big boy.
Fair enough.
It's the best fucking dog. If anything ever happens to that dog, I'm killing myself. Anyway,
And then everyone else in the room.
and then everyone else in this room. Alright, cool. I am going to tell the others, and I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we're getting to the border, and I'm hoping that these things will get off our tail when we get across.
Okay. As you all are approaching the barrier, I need each of you to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yep, whichever one you want to choose to make.
Athletics, that's an 18.
Okay.
I could do either, actually. Acrobatics.
22 for acrobatics.
Natural 20.
Wow.
For 25.
All of you approach the shimmering space, and returning through from this direction is like moving through gelatin. It's like impeding your progress, and it's weird to go from a full sprint to moving so slowly. But with your athletics and acrobatics checks, you manage to push through this space, breaking back out into the material plane, and continue to run. And as you continue to run, the sound of banshees grows quiet. And after a bit more, you all kind of stop catching your breath, those of you who gained exhaustion, take yourself back to the level of exhaustion you had before the chase. So Avlon, that'll take you back down to 1 level of exhaustion. Omenda, that'll put you back down at 0. A minute goes by, 2 minutes. And you no longer think you're being pursued.
We should still keep an eye out and move rapidly.
Yeah, I don't think we should be slowing down at all.
Yeah. Kyra hops on the back of Taran, and like keeping an eye out as we move forward, continuing our quickened pace.
Yep,
All
that
right.
sounds good.
You quicken your pace and begin to descend once again down towards the edge of the island. Yes, Omenda.
Can I, as we're going down, can I do a perception check to kind of keep an eye out? And would I be able to get advantage if I were to say that Omenda is using his light spell to throw rocks off in either direction to kind of get a better look out on the outside of the trail?
I'm not going to give you advantage. I will lower the DC a little bit.
That's fair.
Because if you're actively throwing stuff, if there's any wild animals, you're definitely going to see them as you throw lit up rocks out into the brush.
Okay. I'll take it.
Go ahead and keep watch, Amanda.
That's another natural 20.
Natural 20.
For
Yeah,
27.
you're just keeping an eye out in front as Kyra is keeping an ear tilted in the back, and you all are getting the heck out of there. And while you are traveling the rest of the distance back to the shore, we will cut to the shore itself, where Juniper and Ewan are sat. Well, maybe not sat. Where Juniper and Ewan are both, hanging out. It's been a couple of hours. You guys are just vibing.
I like to
I was
imagine
kind of
that.
hoping we'd see some birds.
Like to imagine that Juniper just kept growing vines for Ewan's craft project.
Make one of those kind of knots where you cinch it. And it like changes how tight it is.
Ewan, you say you were hoping to see some birds. You hear a quack. There's a duck on the shore.
I make eye contact with the duck.
Quack.
What's the duck saying? Juniper just has speak with animals on all of the time.
The duck is quacking happily as it just stands ankle deep in the water of the shore, and it's going. It's sitting there and it's going quack, quack, and you, Juniper, you hear, "Oh fuck, it's too cold. Oh, but I gotta swim. Oh no, it's too cold. But I gotta swim." Quack, 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 quack.
How long has it been at this point?
It's been a couple hours.
They're probably fine, right? I mean, this is how long it took us the first time.
Is it?
Yes, it took us most of the morning.
Uh,
We got here at after lunchtime, I
Maybe
think,
it's-
right?
Maybe it's just the island. This island is giving me the creeps.
Maybe it's just the lone duck quacking.
No, he's just complaining about the cold water.
Oh, is he? Oh, tell him. Tell him. If he gives me some feathers, I've got a deal for him.
Juniper does that.
The duck, like, Ewan, from your perspective, you see Juniper, like, say some duckish things, and you just watch this duck's head just whip over and, like, stare at her and, like, cock its head to the side, and it's like, wank, wank. Juniper, you hear, feathers? What's he want with my feathers? What kind of feathers? He narrows his little duck eyes.
He wants to know why you need the feathers and what kind of feathers.
Tell him they're for a trinket I'm making, and it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Whatever kind he's willing, I guess. Maybe like wing feathers would look nice, but it doesn't really matter. Got nice wing feathers.
It's for a trinket he's making, and he'd prefer wing feathers, but it doesn't matter.
Wing feathers?
Whatever you're willing to offer.
He can have my down and he'll like it.
You're getting down.
Well, I can do something with that. All right.
The duck just starts nibbling into its feathers and pulling out little down feathers.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go down towards the water and I'm gonna start druid crafting some moss socks for the duck. like, yeah, moss socks for the duck, yeah. To help with the cold. God, I love D&D. As our friends run screaming from a banshee, one of them almost dead. Fucking... terrified for their lives. Man, hey, little duck, I need some feathers.
I'm assuming the duck is confused by what Ewan is making him.
100%.
Juniper explains it's
The
for
duck
your
is
feet.
confused about more things, because the duck is a duck.
That's fair.
Does
Juniper
not
explains
understand much
it's
of
for
it.
your feet. It'll keep them warmer.
Warm?
Warm.
As long as it doesn't keep me from swimming.
Shouldn't prevent him from swimming, right?
I mean, hopefully not. It's moss. It shouldn't, like, drag him down or nothing.
Alright.
I've never known... ask him if he finds moss to be a heavy substance.
Is moss heavy to you?
Moss? Nah, moss is good. Good for eating.
Well, don't
Well,
eat
perfect.
these.
Perfect. I'll have a snack later.
Oh, well, no, never mind. He says you can eat them later if you want.
I mean, they're made of moss, so I mean... Ducks usually eat moss, right?
He said that it's tasty.
I like you, weird guy. You get a bunch of down and 2 wing feathers.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
It's about this time that both of you, from a long way away, hear a otherworldly, echoing, terrible scream from further inland, harmonized.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. We should get the boat ready. We should get ready to leave, probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Begin to get the boat ready. The duck flies away, deciding to just show off its lovely moss slippers as a fashion statement instead of getting them wet.
Dude, based of him. I respect that decision wholeheartedly.
That's amazing.
Juniper, you just hear you hear a lot of quacking. Juniper, as he flies away, you just hear him say,
Understand.
Guys, wait up, you gotta see what I have on my feet, it's weird.
But like really warm.
Oh, what an odd creature.
Yeah, ducks are weird little guys, but I like
Another
them.
couple of minutes goes by and you hear that wailing sound again, a little bit closer.
Ooh.
Hmm,
Well,
that doesn't sound good.
do you want me to maybe go meet them, or is that a? I know they're coming here. We should just get ready to.
We shouldn't leave the boat.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. I don't think there's anything I can do really to make this. Maybe on the way out, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't really have anything for it.
All right.
Yeah.
Leaving you two, returning to the chaser or the chasees. You all know that you are getting close to the tree line, and you'll be getting towards the shore again soon. You exited the other world at a slightly different place which you entered it, so you're not quite on a path, but you know that the sloping downward means you are heading towards the edge of the isle. I just need each of you to make for me a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, I'm pretty good at this. That's gonna be
24.
same 24.
$23.
23. The three of you and Taran push through the brush that in the undergrowth of this pine forest and come stumbling out onto the edge of the beach. Ewan and Juniper, you both see your friends pop out of the brush, maybe 150 or so feet further down the shore than where they had originally entered. And as they all three come out, you see vines from the underbrush that they stumble through reach out and attempt to grab them and pull them back in, but they walk just far enough forward that they miss. uh, and probably Kyra, with your passive perception, you feel this happen behind you and just see these thorny vines like just retreat.
Oi, piss off! I'm done with this shit. And I'm gonna start
Get
trudging.
the boat in the water.
Yeah.
Push it in the water.
We gotta leave!
Well, they said push the boat in the water.
All right.
Let's shove it in.
The boat.
We're heading down to the beach.
Yeah. You guys get the boat ready to go. Hop ashore, or hop off of the shore. And Omenda, the boat is kind of, sort of, halfway not really attuned to you.
Mhm.
Where are you telling it to go?
I'm honestly just telling it to here. Let me see.
Take us to fucking Canal
We got to go
Dive.
back to Connell Dive.
I'm honestly just because we just need to get away. I'm just gonna put her into the water, and then I'm gonna make sure we're safe.
Okay.
Back to Canal Dive.
Absolutely. You guys begin to make the return journey. It's getting into mid to late afternoon. The sun is beginning to disappear even as you sail out from under the oppressive clouds that surround this Isle of Kleena. As you watch it disappear into the background, all of you think you hear once again a harmonious wail. And that's it.
What the heck happened?
She said we could take it. She said if we wanted it, we would take it. And that's how fate contracts work. Get it in the water.
Yeah, so I just took it, and her folks didn't seem to like that too much, so we just had to kind of get out of there.
Oh, we would be
What?
theft. That sounds fun.
Yeah. And,
Did you actually get the item?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's right on here. See, I haven't been able to do any kind of magical activations.
It's kind
on
of
it.
your thing, Juniper.
Yeah. Can Juniper do identify with her Arcanist's loop?
Yeah, you can go ahead and cast Identify. It will cost, or it'll take you 10 minutes to cast it with the Arcanist's loop.
Yep.
But 10 minutes goes by, and you know about the Goblet of Truth.
Ooh.
The Goblet of Truth, since Omenda currently has control of it, even though Juniper is casting Identify on it, Paul, you should be able to search Goblet of Truth and add it to your inventory. But I will read for you what it does. This pewter goblet is inlaid with silvered etchings of a fir tree. Whoever drinks from this magical cup must make a DC 15 Charisma saving throw or fall under the effects of the Zone of Truth spell. It is Zone of Truth for one person and one person only, whomever drinks from the cup. There is no attunement to this item. The item is as it is.
Hey, I have a question.
Neat.
I just remembered something. When we talked about the crazy old lady in town, it sounded like the sister knew who we were talking about, right?
Right, I heard that as well.
Maybe we shouldn't go take the really powerful magic items to the crazy old lady in town.
Well,
I mean, we can show them to her, right? And just get, like, most of the money.
What if she's like something weird that's disguised?
Then I'll
as
punch
an
her in the
elf?
face if she tries to, like, do anything schnasty.
Well,
I've got
if
a bit
that's
of
the
an
case, then Lady Rhiannon is there. Theoretically.
idea.
That is also true.
Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I know about Nereids again? The thing that I made the deal with?
Oh. You know a couple of things.
I wonder if I can convince it to do something.
Damn. God damn it.
Oh, that doesn't sound good, Kyle.
Zagzummit. If I have to say
this one
more time.
You know that Nereids are they are kind of fey, kind of elemental. They are servants of the old man of the sea. They have many of them have the same foibles as your general fey, in that you can, they'll make a bet with you, they'll make a deal with you, they'll do things like that. However, much like otherworldly entities, if you are in debt to one, much like any fae, they will lord it over you until they get paid what they want.
Okay. So I've got a bit of a confession to make to y'all. As y'all might
Who did you steal from?
Well,
the Banshee, you were there, Kyra.
No, different.
A lot of things, actually. A lot of people. I have a lot of enemies. However, spent a lot of time out there on the seas, you know. You meet a few sea creatures. at the time, because everything was going so well, my crew and I were doing quite well for ourselves. I didn't see much trouble in coming into a bit of an agreement with the Nereid, seeing as I pay her some of my takings, and she makes it so I stay safe on the seas.
Wait, but didn't you get, like, beat the shit out of by that one red frog on the seas?
And that's part 2 of the story there. See?
Oh,
There.
That kind of
That there
negates the
frog.
whole, like,
Kind of sounds like she owes you.
yeah.
That there frog does owe me quite a bit of money, and that.
No, I don't mean the frog. I mean the Nereid.
But that was going to be my option here. As we go ahead and I don't quite trust this crazy old lady in the town. I feel
We'll
as
just
if
tell her. We'll just tell her we have to give them back, and then she'll just give us the price for seeing them both.
Or we could just not hand it to them. I mean, one of them's on Juniper's feckin' head.
Yeah, it's not
That's
coming
proof
off
enough.
of my head.
That's proof enough that they exist, I think.
Kyle, do I know of a Nereid taking a person as payment?
Make a history check.
I'm pretty good at those. I'm not though. Okay.
Please don't sell Juniper.
Why would I do that? Makes no sense. 11.
11. Not in your experience, but you've heard of Fae in general taking an interest in mortals and just being like, this one is mine, and plucking them away and taking them to the Wilder Land.
I think we all have.
Yeah, you've also heard of because they exist in the ocean and they're one of the most common types of ocean spirits for sailors to come across, there have always been rumors and songs and stories about sailors who married a Nereid and went to live with the Nereid at the bottom of the sea.
Myriad.
I see. Married and Nereid.
So wait, I'm missing a piece. If you had been paying this Nereid to protect you while you were on the sea, but you still got all your shit stolen and got the shit beat out of you and had to sneak aboard the ship back to
protect him from the sea.
Oh, to protect from the sea.
From the sea.
Got it.
Yeah.
Not things upon the sea.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that seems like a stupid deal to make.
Well, see, she's a mighty cranky old lady. You know?
We also still got attacked by the sea monster.
That was after.
Yeah, I was already.
I'm missing
already
something.
lost.
What piece am I missing?
Well, you see, there was supposed to be, before I had met up with y'all, before I had to stow away on that ship, there was supposed to be one of our scheduled drop-offs.
Oh.
I missed.
So you owe it money.
Yes. Poor things.
How am I not surprised? If you fucking think about selling one of us again to try and pay off this stupid fucking debt to this ocean fae, we're not dealing with it, Hoenda. I will dump you into the ocean.
Well, here's the thing. I don't quite trust this lady. I don't quite trust the Nereid much either. But don't say that too loud.
Kyle's just laughing in the background.
Of course.
I propose that we strike up a deal with the Nereid.
No.
Of payment. No, of payment. It will either get its payment or it will get the lady.
Oh, you want to give the old lady to the ocean spirit?
I think you and I both know it's not just an old lady.
True. I'm pretty sure it's not just an old lady.
Might be interesting for.
Do you, Ominda, think that you are smart enough to outwit an ocean fae?
You guys all have like there's all like of all of the Fae bargains in this party, Amanda just owes somebody money.
Yeah, Kyra is kettle calling the pot black right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juniper's got her thing.
Me selling my soul has nothing to do with this.
Juniper just owes her life and current existence to her
See, I
patron.
think I can.
Meanwhile,
I think
Amenda's
I
just
can
got
do
a loan shark.
I would like
Possibly a literal loan shark, if you prefer.
I would like that's funny. I would like
It is.
everybody on board of this little boat to go ahead and make for me a history check.
I'm bad at those.
If you have
Oi.
proficiency in religion, you may have
19.
advantage on your roll.
Minus 110.
Ooh, that's a 5.
19 for me.
Why did I roll a digital die? I'm dumb.
10.
Literally,
With advantage?
I
Literally
rolled a
have-
natural one the second time, yeah.
Woof.
literally have Juniper's dice sitting in front of me, and I rolled a digital dice.
Why?
I don't know.
Why are
Have
you
it.
like this?
What'd you roll, Ophalon?
Poorly. I rolled a 3.
Damn, I rolled a
Anybody-
19.
Anybody who rolled above a 10. As you're sitting
5.
here
Sorry, plus 2.
as you're sitting here talking about what to do in this situation, you're thinking about the name of the little old lady who you met. Her name is Fonda.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who
Jane.
got above a 10, that name is sticking with you, and you're just thinking about it, and you're like, I know that name. There's a connection to the sea, but I'm not sure what it's all about. But that name is familiar.
Hmm.
Can I, hold
What
my
about a
bow?
19?
Hmm?
What about a 19 on the history?
Everybody who got above a 10 got the same information.
Dang. Okay.
Can I, like... Hey, I'm gonna hold my bow. I'm gonna turn around away from everyone else. I'm like, hey, I know, like, I'm not in a situation where you can, like, help me very much. But, I, don't know what to do, and I'm too scared to tell these people that I don't know what to do. Because they kind of lean on me to know what to do in most situations, and, ocean things are not really my forte. So, should I listen to the little frog man? I don't think I should listen to the little... I feel like he's gonna sell one of us at one of these points.
If you
bow-
keep saying that, it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophet.
The bow is
It might have to be
cold
done.
in your hands, as it always is. You think you feel a tickle of mirth in the back of your brain.
Like, disgust?
Mirth, like something has
Happy.
been found funny.
Funny.
Hey, that doesn't mean laugh at me. You are
And
not
that-
helpful.
It just kind of
Ocean
continues
man.
there. It doesn't
Take
feel
me
like
by
it
the
doesn't feel
hand.
antagonistic. It just feels like somebody, like, maybe if you were fully in the presence of this, there would be like full guffawing laughter.
He's
Me
just
asking,
like,
I'm just like, I just look at Taran and I like scratch his ears and I'm like, he's laughing at me. Like,
I'm just like,
all right, we'll go with Omenda's plan because I don't know what else to do, and that is the only time you will ever hear me say that.
Honestly, it sounds kind of based and might get Omend out of his weird debt thing.
Apparently,
I could do that.
Oh, Why don't you just call your loan shark and ask her if she knows anything about it? Set up the deal before we go talk to the old woman. Just
That
kind of
was
tickle
what
the
I
water
was-
right now.
That was what I was gonna do. I was gonna say the next step was we got to set up a meet with my debtor.
Just splash the water. Isn't that going to work? Just smack it a few times. She'll hear you, right? She's following you?
Yes. So here's what I'll do. I will.
Yes.
So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna go over to the edge, and I'm going to. You guys, this is gonna be a little odd for y'all, but I'm gonna go over to the edge, and I'm gonna do like a, not like a ribbit, but like a frog call. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because you'd kind of know more than me, Kyle. Because like you're a little froggy man. He has like his regular little croaks. And he
Yeah.
has like some that weird shit he does.
It's more of a bra.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the weird one.
Yeah. You let out this long call. Make a persuasion check with advantage, Amanda.
I wonder if I squeezed him if I could change the pitch.
Alrighty, dirty 20.
30,
I'm
20.
gonna smack a Ewan.
He's not an accordion.
You let out this call and you wait a minute or so, and once again, like when you were first traveling across this water, you see a reflection down below you of a beautiful female form looking up, and just in your head you hear, "Oh, another private meeting? Or are you going to introduce me to your friends?"
So this time you get introduced.
As soon as you say that, there's a splash on the starboard side of the boat as a woman who is clearly made of water but looks relatively solid comes up. She looks like a mermaid. Has this long, watery hair, but you see like a fish-like tail that goes down into the water, and she's essentially like doing that thing like dolphins do where they sit up out of, or like they're up out of the water, but she's not having to move her tail or anything that much. Her tail just dips down as she comes up out and looks around and says, well, what have we here? Oh, sailing on the open water, nary luck to be found. Omende Hector, what can I do for you?
Well, I think we may have been a little bit misled by some little old lady we had met in town. Does the name
Might have been.
Does the name Fonda ring any bells to you?
Fonda? What do you know about Fonda?
Well, you know how me and you had an agreement about these items.
Right?
We had an agreement with her as well.
Oh. Double dealing. Well, I mean, I made a deal with the pirate. I suppose I should have understood this. You do realize I can make it so you can never sail again, though, right? Wait a minute. No. I'm sorry. Did you just say that you're planning on giving those items to Fonda?
No.
No. Actually,
You're putting a lot of
that
words
was
in
why
our mouth.
That was why we had actually called you. See,
Answer
we didn't recognize this was here, Fonda, whoever she is. But we figured that how about I make a deal with you again. See, we already had a deal for these items here, but how about I throw in old Fonda as a sweet treat.
That's really funny. Oh my God, you're being serious. That is truly some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. Because none of you I'm looking at your faces. Understand who or what you're dealing with. And that is prime comedy. Prime comedy. So let's settle this. And she sinks down and just puts her elbows on the side of the boat, which is just continuing to meander through the water, but now she's just got her hands on top of her fingers as she's just looking at all of you with these like strange fey eyes as she just looks around. She says, "So, what exactly was the plan for what to do with those trinkets and dear Fonda? I'm intrigued."
She just wanted us to show them to her.
"Oh, well, that's good. Well, that means perhaps I can still get a payment."
We're kind of glossing over the point of the question. Who the fuck is she?
Yeah, we would like to know that as well.
I think it's funnier if I let you figure that out for yourselves.
What
don't
do
Mind
you
your
want
lunch,
from
sharks.
your
Fucking
boss?
worthless.
Well, that's sort of what I was trying to figure out. Are you getting a reward for this or not?
Yes. We were told to
Well,
just bring her
good.
proof that they existed.
Then you've made a deal and she'll have to keep her word. Won't it be grand? I'm really excited for this. Is she close to the water? I'd like to watch.
It's just on the pier.
Oh, this is beautiful. Right, well, Amanda, show your objects to dear Fonda and get your reward. And then we'll talk about the payment. And, if things go as hilariously as I expect them to go, we might see a significant portion of your debt repaid today.
Well, I don't really like the sound of that. And I don't assume you're gonna tell me either.
Oh, don't you worry, love. And she reaches a watery hand and just kind of pats you on the face. And she says, "It's all going to be all right. Probably. Maybe. Probably? I don't know. That's going to be really fun, though." And she just tips backwards into the water.
God.
That told us a lot.
My God.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pull out the scroll
Mm-hmm.
that we have to talk to Caradwen?
Mm-hmm.
And can I jot down on the scroll? Can you ask Rhiannon? Or if you get this, can you ask Rhiannon to meet us at the pier? That's it. Now.
Truly 20 seconds later, she's like, "It will be done. I'm sure she's nearby. She said she'd meet you there."
I will just say, thank you, my lady. I'm sorry for using you as a pigeon.
Not a written word response, but just a picture of a cauldron with a little hand giving a thumbs up appears and then fades away.
That's amazing.
You could have asked her who Fonda was. Maybe. I don't know how that scroll works.
I will also add, hey, P.S. Who the fuck is Fonda? She has something to do with the ocean.
Jesus Christ.
That name sounds familiar. I'll look it up.
Oh, look at that!
Does she have a motor in the back of her Honda?
Damn it, Bobby!
As you all are approaching once again this lakeside village of Canal Dive, it's getting towards sunset as you are arriving back at the docks here in the little sea salt mining village. And you see a shimmer on the docks of some sort of spectral form that is difficult to see. But you see Lady Rhiannon standing nearby, so you figure, that must be her horse. Just trying to not be a horse standing on docks. And you see her, like, catch sight of you all and waving her hand. It's like, right, well, you made good time.
See, you had faith in us. It's fine. Question.
Just shiny sparkle on
Yeah.
Juniper's head.
She does look at you, Juniper, and she's like, that's nice. You've clearly all been on an adventure. And she looks at you, Ophalon, and she's like, you look terrible.
Yeah, he looks like he's aged.
Ophalon's just kind of still sitting in the boat, just kind of.
Right.
What happened, Ophalon?
I mean, we ran away from some banshees.
Pats him on the shoulder.
She said we could take it, so we took it.
More pointedly,
he
what
ran
happened to
very well.
Ophalon?
The minute Ophalon says banshees,
Yeah.
Ophalon does something that none of you have ever seen do before. Ophalon lets out an incredibly pained wail and begins sobbing, like hard, like
Are you
the
okay?
hardest you've ever seen anybody cry.
Oh, there, pal.
Juniper takes his hands. I am so sorry. I
Why
wasn't
are-
trying to upset you.
Why are you crying?
Scary when the ghosties take you with them, isn't it, buddy?
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Ow.
Been there, friend. Do you remember the will-o-wisps?
I didn't think. I've come so far, and all I want to do is find Ron. And I almost didn't even make it out of that stupid goddamn forest.
Well, bud, we got you.
I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. I'm not cut out for this. I'm not strong like my brother.
Can I grab Omenda or Ophalon, like by the lapel?
Juniper hugs him. That's why you have us.
I'm gonna like stand up and I'm gonna like hoist to the best of Kyra's ability, with her 11 strength, hoist Ophalon upright, and just, oi, look at me, right now, look at me. Who the fuck are you?
I don't know anymore.
Say, what is your name? Ophalon. You came here with a purpose, just like the rest of us. And we are going to find your brother. You are not allowed to die until we find your brother. Do you understand me?
That's easy for you to say when if you die, you don't just become one of those fucking shape-shifting things.
That's not certain. I could get my shadow taken tomorrow. I could turn into a banshee. The Arwen could decide not to allow me to move on into the next life. He could keep me like a little trinket in his house. You are worth more than just a guy with a sword. You have a heart of gold. And you love every person you come across. And you deserve to be here. And we're gonna make sure you get to your brother. And we're gonna get your shadow back. Okay? You are allowed to feel the emotions you feel. You are allowed to hurt, you are allowed to be angry. But do not lose sight of who you are. You're Ophalon Thalamor. You are going to beat the shit out of any person that comes towards you. And if you can't, that's why you have us.
Juniper looks up at Ophalon. You're one of the strongest people I've ever met. And she just gently thumps him in the chest where his heart is.
Just me, my man. You ever become one of them shape-changing things, it'll be the minute my blade reaches your throat. I will never let you be.
And we're gonna beat the shit out of that fucking shape-shifting spider bitch.
That sounds fun, but like
Damn
the
right.
ferry's not coming, right? So, what's our plan for that?
Well,
And I'm like offering Ophalon a hand from the dock.
You guys see Lady
Which he'll
Rhiannon
take.
kind of standing by, watching all this happen. It's like, well, I see you've been bonding.
We all have a breakdown the first time we almost die. It's pretty terrifying.
She looks at Ophalon.
I just had
and
mine
looks
on
at-
a roof alone.
Yeah. She looks at Ophalon and she kind of looks you up and down. And she says, she gets close to you, Ophalon, and puts her hand on your shoulder. And she says,
Oh,
dying is a terrible thing for mortal beings. And I cannot imagine the horror that comes from dying to Banshee. But I need you to know that that's kind of the Banshee's whole kit and caboodle, is to make you feel at your absolute lowest, because it makes you easier to catch. You're doing fine. We've got time, and we're gonna get the Court of Whispers. Don't you worry about that, all right?
I'm gonna hug Ophalon real tight, like... Kyra is cold to the touch, but she still hugs you.
Do you want a little bunny creature to hold? She vibrates a little, but she's nice. And he's like holding her up to
Bramble
you.
totally climbs on top of Ophalon's head and starts purring.
thank you.
You're not alone, Oph.
I know.
And we're a little partial to you. Just a little bit. And she'll, like, elbow him, playfully.
I know. It's just I didn't think I'd have to even come this far to find him. Part of me kind of hoped that he would just be there on the docks in Dina Sundad. Didn't even make it there on the stupid boat. Now he could be anywhere up north.
Well, it's a big continent, buddy. And so
It's a big island.
there's a lot going on there, so it's going to take you a while to find them anyway. There's nothing wrong with, some optimism, but a little silly to think he'd be in literally the first place you look.
You see, once again, the red hair of Rhiannon kind of poke its way in. I'm sorry. Did you say Thalamore?
Yeah, that's my family name.
How the fuck have we traveled all the way here so far and I haven't heard your fucking last name?
I don't think anybody here has really asked, to be fair.
You've kind of said it a few times, so I didn't need
You've
to.
made statements, but we don't normally bring... and I look at the Lady Rhiannon, I'm like, no offense, we don't normally have you with us when we go on our crazy, wild shenanigans.
No, that's
That's
fair.
true.
I just figured I would have, heard it at some point. Or maybe I would have paid more attention in the capital before we left. I know a Thalamore, and I know where he's at. Last I heard, he was up at the last bastion, up in the Dragonspine Mountains. And on the map here, the last bastion is also known as Cadarnal Terfenol.
Oh, it's so far.
It's pretty far, yeah.
This is exactly what Ophala was just talking about.
Yeah. No way. There's an Urish goes by the name of Thalamor. I think he's like a general up there or something. He's got a pretty significant like role up there. So, and if he's not there, well, he's at the Citadel. He's one of Nuada's top generals. He's one of her holy warriors.
There you go, Ophalon. Juniper gives him another squeeze.
He's just super busy. Gods have got him on like business and stuff.
We know where to look.
Maybe we can ask Lady Caradwin to send a message up there. So he knows that you're coming.
I would be extremely grateful.
Sure. We'll figure something out. Huh. Fucking Thalamor. Why did I not put that together before? It's about this time you all hear a, well, well, well. Look at what the water dragged back into these docks here. And you see this little old woman kind of hunched over with a cane. Again, she looks mostly human, but she's about the size of most of the halflings here. Is just kind of like hobbling towards you all, this kind of wild hair behind her, these little spectacles on her nose, this knobbly stick as she's approaching. He says, well, you've managed to make your trip in less than a full day. How have you fared me? Fared me, darlings?
I will gesture to Juniper's head. They're real. She can't take it off, though. So, sorry. It won't come off of her head.
Make a deception check.
A tarnish 20.
She looks at you, and she's still got this little sweet old lady smile on her face. She says, oh, is that so? Well, if that's the case... And she just raises her hand into the air, and it comes off of Juniper's head, goes into her hand. About that time, the goblet comes flying out into the same hand as she just kind of starts looking them over. She says, oh, truly exquisite craftsmanship. I'd forgotten.
Do I jump her?
No, stop.
And she's just kind of looking them over. She says, well, I'm certainly glad that they've been kept in the proper care. Oh. And she looks up at all of you and smiles, and then she seems to look past the two of you, and she says, right, so I had to send a bunch of adventurers to come and take the items from you, for you to come and say, how do you do? And all of you just kind of turn and look and see these two almost identical, tall, beautiful Fey women just standing with their arms crossed in the water, like looking up. You see the ladies, Neve and Kleena, both looking at you and standing a good 15 feet apart from one another with their arms crossed. Yes, Kyra.
Does Fonda look like them?
Make a perception check.
21.
Fonda is a little old lady who is like a fifth of the size of these tall, elegant archfey. But there's something in those eyes as she takes the glasses off, the eyes open and give warm, crinkly smiles as her back straightens and she begins to grow in size as well. Her hair going from gray and being held up to draping behind her in a lovely sort of like simple light brown hair. Wrinkles still remain on her face, although not nearly as many, as she gets to be more the height of you all. Standing up, her little old lady's attire morphing into an elegant sea green dress as she stands, and you watch as a crown of coral appears on her head as she looks out at these two archfey that you both have dealt, or that you guys have dealt with this day. And she says, "Now then, that you've taken the time to come and visit your dear mother, although I did have to send these poor folks." And it's about this time Kyra and anybody else who got above a 10 on that history check earlier, like, Fonda. Oh, Fonda! As in the wife of Manannan Maclear, the queen under the sea. Not nearly as well known as her husband, and it's in fact quite rare for her to not be under the ocean. But still, she is here, and she's holding both of these artifacts in her hands, and at the moment is just very sternly dressing down these two fey women that you have dealt with today. It's like, you never come and visit, you stay in your fucking courts, and you don't pay attention to anything, and you guard these, and you fight with each other, and you sink boats that are traveling across, and Neve and Kleena are like, say, but mother, as they start going off on these things and these little tangents.
Did we get sent on a fucking wellness check?
Wait, hold a minute. Were you worried your daughters were like falling into depressive episodes? I apologize, my lady. I apologize for my tone. But were you?
I don't. Did you send us on a fucking fetch quest? A fucking wellness quest for your daughters? What in the hell?
Christ.
I do apologize for the maybe bit of a fib that I told in getting you all to go and do this for me, but you have to understand, even for their own mother, and she turns and looks at the two, it is hard for other powerful fae to enter the domains of others unless they are requested. And these two have been so busy bickering with one another that not even one of them has said, "Hey, dearest mother, why don't you come for a visit? Our islands are sat right in the middle of a saltwater lake, and you can come anytime you like." But instead, and she jerks her finger over her shoulder, "I've been here listening to halfling songs for half a fucking century."
Oh, they're late.
Yeah,
How could you make your mother wait that long? What's wrong with you ladies?
So rude to your mom. I
Those
wish my
halflings-
mom was half as nice.
They only got a couple songs.
Juniper is very confused, but is very much inwardly cringing at the very obvious family drama.
Yeah.
Ophalon very quietly, still kind of feeling the aftershocks, bro. He's just like, this much.
Aw. I can't deal with sad sack Ophalon right now.
Juniper squeezes Ophalon's hand.
There's kind of like, again, Neve and Kleena are kind of like, well, what's that? Like talking over each other. It's like, well, she did this and she did that, and she's got the thing, and Dad told me to look after him, and they're just kind of going this back and forth. And Fonda holds her hand up again, and both of these women stop, and she once again says, "And that's another thing. You haven't even gone to visit your father." And they're like, "But he told us that we have to keep a hold of the..." And it's like, nope. And she reaches out with, like, her hair kind of goes out like tentacles almost. and grabs both of them by the ears, and they're like, ah, 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 ah. As she's like, right. And she turns and looks at all of you, and she says, well, now, you have all done me a grand favor. So, and she deposits the circlet back on your head, Juniper, and she hands the cup back to you, Omenda. She says, these are your rewards for doing this for me, as well as a bit of a kicker. And she snaps her fingers, and a wooden chest that you all have seen before appears on the docks there. And she says, thank you for what you've done for a mother who hasn't seen her children in quite some time. Yes, Kyra.
My lady, I apologize. Your kindness is no bound. I'm not gonna. Anyway, I hate to ask this of you since you've given us these gifts, but should the time ever come, would you allow us to have audience with you and your husband? Please.
She looks you up and down, Kyra, and she says, I think that probably can be arranged if you can find your way to Cairnemessel, down below the waves. She kind of reaches up and runs her hand through her long light brown hair, and when she holds her hand back out again, there's just a few like seashells in her hand, and she just hands a shell to each of you, and she says, if you find yourselves in need of a visit to the citadel of the Storm Giants, where my husband makes his throne, just, well, when you get close, the shells will take care of you. Make sure you're able to approach safely without drowning. That's sort of, for mortals such as yourself, that's sort of the problem, is making sure that you don't drown in the underwater citadel. So,
Seems like a common hazard.
Right, well, I am off to ensure that these two visit their family for a bit. And now that you don't have these fucking artifacts to guard for a while, maybe you can stay home for a bit. Let your courts deal with themselves. And again, they start their protesting, but they're just as their
seem
ears
pretty
are
well to
pulled
do.
a bit. And she just nods. She says, "Thank you all for what you've done."
Wild.
I see why your loan
Before
shark
you-
said that was going to be funny.
Before you go, about this sweet little boat here.
Oh, right. I did borrow that from someone.
Would you mind terribly if we borrowed it just a little bit longer? There
Yeah.
appears to be a problem with the ferry, and we just need to make it across.
She says, "Oh, you just need to make it across here. I'm afraid that I did make a bargain." So, and she snaps her fingers, and the boat vanishes. But you're in luck, because I can send you anywhere that saltwater touches.
Ooh.
If you would like me to send you across the water to Grossworth, I'm more than happy to do so. If you're ready to go right now.
How about you, Lady Rhiannon? You ready for a new win tonight?
Lady Rhiannon goes, I am so ready to... I love the people of this island, but you can only deal with halflings for a certain amount of time before they just party too much for me.
So
Wait, they charge you too much for a half
another
god? Faye?
For me.
another
Oh,
question
okay.
there, ma'am. You wouldn't happen to be able to teleport or, take us to the location or something, would you?
Well, if it's in the water, I could.
Well, there's this coat of this long dead pirate that seems to be lost in the sea.
Can you not? How about let's just get to the other side of the lake for now?
She
Please.
just kind of looks at you all. She's like, I am going to go take my daughters to see their father for the first time in quite a while. I can send you to one place. So I can send you into the middle of the fucking ocean. I can send you to a coastline. Or I can send you to the other side of the lake.
If you'd be so kind to send us across the lake, that'd be very nice. Thank you.
All right. And yeah, so she can send you anywhere that salt water touches. She can just send you to the other side of the lake, or she can send you anywhere along the coast of the island.
Okay.
Oh.
Would have been hilarious. Just drops us in the middle of the water. Well, I'll see y'all later as he goes underwater because he could get underwater.
I mean, we could skip all the planes and just jump ahead of them if we went to... What's the name of that one? That's like the Drow city that's on the coast? I'm sure Kyra could guide us through the woods faster than we could meander our way across the mountains.
we need-
Coraclin?
We need to get to the other side of the lake so that we can catch up with the people who are getting into trouble.
Right, I was talking about cutting ahead of them.
Well, that's if I can make it through the Wilderlands into Athenweed.
That's probably fair.
Just the other side of the lake. We'll take care of the rest. Thank you, my
Yeah,
lady.
You can drop us right at the shoreline. That'd be great.
All right. Well, and she waves her hand, and right next to the docks, just a big old whirlpool starts to form, and she just says, well, that's gonna last about maybe 5 minutes. Jump in at your leisure. And she just
Bashing through boys' drinks, and I sprint through.
Claps her hands, and her 2 daughters vanish into the water. You guys are here on the docks with Lady Rhiannon and a chest that is just sitting on the dock.
What's in the chest?
Yeah. What's in the box?
You
What's in the
open
box?
There is a not coinage in here. There is. You have essentially a chest full of gems.
Ooh, gems.
There's some larger ones, but you're mostly looking at little small individual gems. And at some point, you'll get a chance to count that and see what all you have.
How big is the chest? Is it one of those little hand chests, or is it like a fucking...
For her, it was
trunk?
pretty big. For you guys, it's closer to that. It's about it's like yeah, about that size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Will
That's
it
not too
fit in the bag of holding?
Yes.
I can we get the cart through the whirlpool.
Oh yeah.
Lady Rhiannon looks at you and winks and says, honestly, didn't know that this was going to happen, but weirdly already prepared for this situation. And she jerks her finger, and you see the spectral horse that is here, that's ethereal and not able to, not currently able to interact with anything. You see 2 other spectral horses that are next to it, and the cart is also currently ethereal. And she's just like, I was honestly, the way that my sister got in contact with me telling me to meet you here, I thought we were gonna have to run for it. So
Well, we were getting chased by banshees.
Yeah,
so...
honestly,
yeah, that's
hit or miss there for a while.
Yeah. Well then, I suppose it's time to
Go!
to head out.
I'm gonna cannonball into it.
Kyra
Ewan's
heads
already
in.
gone.
So it is
Ewan's
Juniper.
gone. Juniper's gone. Rhiannon in the cart. Ophalon. Omenda.
Before I jump in, because it's 5 minutes, I'm gonna go over to the edge of the water, and I'm gonna hold the Goblet of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, well, do you want it?
You see a little head poke out, and she like does what she was doing on the edge of the boat, but she just props her elbow right on the top of the water and the surface tension, and just kind of looks at you, and she's got this big grin on her face, and she's like, "That was prime comedy."
It was a bit. It was a lot.
She
wasn't it?
says, "I'll take that cup."
Yeah, I wasn't really able to get you the little top piece. That one's not really mine.
That's
to
all
give.
right. She just holds out her hand for you to throw the cup towards her.
He'll kind of walk up to the edge of the water, feet in, and he'll kind of just place it in her hands, and he'll be like, well, hope this takes a bit off that debt.
Oh, it does. And, you know, I was going to ask for the reward that you got as part of this as well. But that was so funny that, well, when you pop out on the other side, before you leave the salt water for a while, why don't you just toss a few emeralds in the drink and I'll gather those up as well, and we'll call it even for now, eh?
Yeah, that sounds about all right. Don't have much use for emeralds, except for selling.
Right. Well, if you're on the water again, Omenda, we'll have another conversation. And she just dissolves back into the water.
Looking forward to it. So he'll kind of hop into the water, into the whirlpool.
Yeah. And as you all have dove into the whirlpool, it is a rush of cacophonous water. It's like being in the center of a maelstrom as you are pulled through on a current. And we're going to take a short break. Go to the bathroom, get some snacks, check on things.
Just a little bit more.
One after the other of you are pulled through this current. You feel the salt water around you, and it feels like an agonizingly long time until you can breathe again as all of you pop up and out of the water onto a sandy shore. A trading town at sunset. Welcome to Grossforth, the town at the crossroads.
Let's find a bed.
That sounds good. Do you guys want to just like make one or buy it?
Well, I think that we're gonna have to buy it.
I don't think they really appreciate us making camp in the middle of the town.
Well, I didn't say do it in the middle of the town. We could do it like on the... Okay.
First things first, let's get a little bit of lay of the land. And when I say that, I'm gonna jump to a roof to look out at the city.
Boing! You jump right up. Make a perception check with advantage, because you're up high.
I've got a vantage point. I would like to see not only if there's an inn, but if there's other cool little tidbits as well.
Yeah.
Ay. That's a natural 1.
Woof. You rolled 2 nat 1s.
Today, yeah.
No.
No, you have advantage.
You have advantage on the perception.
Oh, that's right.
check. Yeah.
Rolled a 7 plus 7 for 14.
7 for 14. Looking out and about, you can see a few things. Towards the center of town, you see the crossroads themselves. The main road that leads pretty much straight out of town. It seems like you can see far in the distance, outside of town nearly, is there's a bridge. Although the dimming light is starting to get to the point where it's difficult to see that far. This is not a city of Dinas Undad, and this is not a village like Canal Dythe. You are in a town. There are a few thousand people here. There's, just a lot going on. Here you're close to the water, so this is more like the wharf and the fishing district and things like that. The crossroads that you can see from here looks like that's where the primary market in town is. From the chimneys that are expelling smoke through here, because many more buildings here are actually made of stone and well constructed, and not just little thatched roofs like you've seen in the smaller villages. This town has a few inns, it seems. So you'll have opportunities the closer in towards the crossroads that you get. But it looks like the majority of stuff in terms of like I say, if you're looking to make purchases, if you're looking to do that's going to be towards the center of town.
Can I go find a nice inn? God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do that.
Join Kyra.
All right. As the lot of you head into the village of Grossforth.
This music's low-key put me in a fugue state.
I'm sorry.
No, like in a good way. Like I'm like.
Okay. You can go ahead, and if you're looking for an inn as you guys are heading through, I'll have you go ahead and roll for me perception.
That's a 21.
I roll 18.
3.
That's a natural one.
He's
22.
I thought Ophala was still a little fucked up.
Kyra's walking forward and then proceeds to run right into Ewan's back.
Ooh.
Ah, jeez, are you?
You're like a tree.
What does that mean?
You're in the middle of my way.
Who got the 21? Juniper?
Juniper.
Juniper, you see, as you all are passing through here, as you're getting closer to the crossroads at the center of town, you see a spot that looks like an inn. The sign hanging outside just reads the Tall Peacock, and it's the sign is made to look like a peacock's tail, and then it has those words etched into it, and it is a tall and skinny building with many floors, it looks like.
This place looks promising.
Kyra, with your natural one.
Oh, wow, don't you think?
Kyra, you have caught sight of another sign a little ways down that is called the let's see. Oh, where did it go? God damn it. Where did all of my things go?
They're hiding.
I consumed them. They're in my tummy.
You see, Kyra, another place a little further down that is called the Loving Bird Inn.
Ah, that looks good. Let's go there. She just starts
That sounds
walking.
like more our speed.
Kyra, you start heading down that way, leaving Juniper standing outside of the tall peacock. Kyra, I'd like you to, as you approach, get a little bit close. Is anybody going with Kyra, I should ask?
Oh, Eunice.
Ewan and Omenda. Ewan, Omenda, and Kyra, and Ophalon. As
Everyone
you
would
all,
like a bed.
Just gets fucking abandoned at the fucking peacock.
Juniper just hangs her head and follows the rest of them.
you all follow.
It's a little rich.
You're getting a little bit closer. You're trying to figure things out, and you see Kyra just striding up to this beautiful building. Lovely lamps lighting it up. There's a lot of laughter coming from inside. These beautiful red lamps that are kind of hanging off the corners of the building, and a big sign out front that just says "The Loving Bird." A lot of giggling, a lot of interesting things going
Well,
on.
they
in the
sound like they're having a
area.
grand time.
Hey, God, I got to ask, as one of them wild fellers, what usually do I smell it before we walk into the building? Is it
Make a
a
perception
noteworthy? Do I hear and or? Because Jacob knows what this is.
Sure.
Does Omenda's pirate-esque background
Big
have
number.
any history at an establishment such as this?
We'll get to
26.
26.
Yeah.
As you are watching Kyra just walk right towards the entrance to this place, just ready for a bed, your ears pick up some telltale sounds from within. People are having a real good time in there.
Hey, Kyra, I don't think that's the kind of place you think it is.
At about this point, Omenda,
There's a lot of giggling
you
in there.
see the red lamps, and are like, "Oh, this might be an inn, but it's also another thing."
Well, I mean, isn't that what we're looking for? We're looking for like lively people.
I look around at the group. Well, y'all look to be. Y'all can all come in. All right, let's go.
Kyra,
Amanda agrees with me.
as you've turned to look at the rest of the group, Kyra, and as you turn back towards the door, something like you kind of run into something, not super hard, but you like kind of stumble a little bit, and you look down, and there is this dwarven woman with her hair plaited back. She has just the simplest little sideburns going down her face as she looks up at you with a wink and says, "Well, darling, are you looking for some company tonight?" And you see she is in the wenchiest of tavern wench gear. Everything is pushed up and outward. Massive cleavage visible to you all as she's just looking up, and she's kind of twisting her finger around the hair by her ear, and she licks her lips as she looks up at you.
Well,
Kyra turns like bright purple and like,
well, Night's still young, so we'll see where we're
Well,
at.
Ophalon goes, who grabbed the chest?
There was a chest.
I put
There's
it
a
in the
few
carriage
chests.
before.
In
In the
the
ethereal carriage.
it's
Oh no,
in the
it's
bag.
in the bag of holding.
Yeah, it's in the bag of holding.
Uh,
I could have just told y'all that. I knew that already.
Can I just get like a scoop?
No, I don't think it's. I don't think there's any chest in here, guys. I'm sorry.
Ewan, I've had a really long day.
Kyra's like covering her face with her hair
And
and like
I
snug
would-
behind
I would
everyone
like-
else.
Okay.
I would like 3 things right now. I would like a bed. I would like something relatively recently cooked, as much as I do love smoked and jerked meats. And I would like someone
You like jerk meat, Ophalon?
He's got his great big bag of jerky.
Sure loves him jerked meat.
And I would like somebody to
A jerk my
And I would also like some jerk meat.
You know what?
that is what Ophalon says.
know what, Ophalon, for you.
And I
For
gave
you.
I gave most of my gold to the Church of the Silver Queen before we left New Zundad. So I would
That's
like a
rough.
scoop of gems, and
Yeah,
whatever
wow.
of those 3 things that
I'll
scoop
do-
will buy me.
I'll do you one better, buddy. And I put 10 platinum pieces in his hand.
Hey,
You
let me get a
are
couple of.
very wealthy.
Let me
But
get a
I don't have
couple of
10 platinum
emeralds, give
pieces.
me a
I have significant.
sapphire.
That was all of my platinum pieces. But Ewan doesn't really care.
Thank you.
These mean nothing to me.
Kyra has like covered
Do you
her
have
face.
any? Do you have any of them goldy looking pieces you don't want?
No, I gave you the bigger ones. I'm keeping these other ones in case, because I don't care for them, but some people do.
Juniper donates 68 gold to Ophalon. Here
I
you
just
go. Have
gave you
fun.
100 gold
Goddamn.
pieces. Shut up.
Yeah, but
meanwhile,
Ophalon knows you
Kyra,
don't give a shit.
you have this dwarven woman just looking up at you, licking her lips
I-
expectantly.
You know, I will grab Ophalon's shoulder and I will pull him forward. My friend Ophalon really needs some company tonight. He's had a rough day.
All of us require a bed, something to eat,
How many?
and someone to make the day end on a high note.
I don't need anyone to help me end the day.
No.
Thank you very much.
Kyle,
You all watch
Kyle.
as Juniper's face just slowly turns beet red.
yeah.
Ophalon turns and looks down at Kyra and says, "Kyra, you realize that they could like give you a massage, right? It doesn't have to be anything fucking
Yeah,
literally or figuratively.
I can.
I can literally see the stress in your fucking eyes
Listen,
right now.
I don't like to be touched, so I would rather not be touched.
Okay, they got folks that'll just.
I don't want to talk. I don't need to talk.
they'll
I don't need
massage
to
your-
touch.
They also
I
got some folks
don't
that'll
need it.
massage your psyche too. You don't need-
This is literally what Ophalon says.
need a
I feel like you guys are
psychological
getting a little
massage, they
pushy
don't
about
have-
this. I feel like a no has been provided.
Kyra grabs Ophalon's ear and drags it down to her, and just in the quietest, most intense voice, Ophalon, I've never had sex. Shut up.
That's fine. Like I said, it could just
I'm
be
not
someone
paying someone to come talk to me.
It could just be someone who goes and gets your
don't need
food. It could just be someone who gets your food for you.
This dwarven woman kind of just leans in and she's looking at you now, Ophalon, and she says, I don't know about the rest of it, but the third problem that you were having there, handsome, I can get taken care of.
Fine by me, miss.
This dwarven woman grabs your hand, Ophalon, and just begins to lead you inside. And she looks back at you, Kyra, and she gives a little wink and she says, if I'm not your speed, we've got dark elves too. And she just kind of walks right inside.
I'll be back in. Ophalon holds up just 2 of the platinum pieces, just for like a time estimate.
She looks at 2 platinum pieces and goes, oh, you can have company all night, darling.
I'll see you guys in the morning.
That's like her week. That's like her monthly gross income
And Ophalon
before bills.
and Ophalon walks away.
Hell yeah, dude.
Away he goes for the night.
Have fun, buddy.
Well, it's not letting
He
you too
he
far.
deserves it. He's
Ominda,
no ahead of
Can-
you. I'm
can-
not.
Ophalon's going to take a long rest.
Yes.
Still,
We gonna take a
face,
long rest.
face still burning. Juniper goes, can we go back to the place that I found?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that.
Ophal-
Yeah. Uh-huh.
As,
mhm.
as,
Oh,
the
before
last
y'all
thing
go,
you
give me
hear is
some of them
Ophalon
gems.
shouts out, "Stop being cowards!"
Ominda's
Ophalon,
broke.
of the amount of money that you were given, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and mark off 5 platinum pieces, please.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's room, board, food, and company.
Yes.
Okay.
You have rolled in as a big spender. Ophalon, you have great company. In fact, at a certain point, there is more than one extra company hanging out with you. So yeah, no, you have a good night.
I was going to inquire, and that'll do.
Yeah.
And anybody who'd like to come in and make a little extra tonight.
Yeah, you're doing you are a satyr living his best life right now.
I am a sated.
Yeah, a sated satyr, an Urishk, a whatever. As Ophalon goes about his evening, the rest of you head back towards the tall peacock, where Lady Rhiannon has remained and has gotten the carriage taken care of and is doing all of that. And she's like,
Kyra's
Well,
just
he
holding her
didn't,
face in her hands.
and she looks at all of you, and she looks at you, Kyra, and she says, "Walked right into the brothel, didn't you?"
I
Like a
would-
moth to a red flame.
That's all right. My sister did that the first time we came to this village.
I thought
Oh,
we
see,
were
that's
thought
that's
we
a
were
compliment, Shirley.
just having a nice afternoon. I thought we were just finding a lively place to get. I thought that the boys would like. I'm gonna go to bed.
You did
I-
find
the
a
boys do
lively
like it.
place.
I think the boys really do enjoy it, actually, so I think you did good in that
You
regard.
found a very lively place.
I mean, I get it. They've got a weird bird theme going on here. They've got this one's the tall peacock, and I can see where people might think the tall peacock might be the brothel, but
Yeah, honestly,
no, it is in fact the lovely bird. So
Everybody needs a lovely bird every now and then.
Juniper.
exactly.
Red.
Why did you think that I only like other draw? I don't understand. Was that a jab?
Well,
I think you're overthinking it. I think you just didn't like her, and so she should
Never
just
said I didn't like her.
you did rebuff her advances.
Well,
She was coming on to you pretty hard. Didn't even give her a
I need
bronze
some
piece.
wine
Copper piece.
and to not have this conversation anymore. Like,
Juniper points at her face. How red am I still?
about the color of a summer strawberry.
Mm,
I thought it was a bit
okay.
closer to a tomato, but I see strawberry. Yeah, there's a deepness to it. It kind of, yeah. mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I need a fan and something to drink.
Something cold.
All right.
Yep.
Go jump in the ocean.
You know, Ewan, I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't decide to stay with Ophalon. It normally kind of sees that it's more up your speed.
Does it?
You're a bit of a wild card, so.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna go spy on him later, but
Brief interjection.
I spy on all of you.
Brief interjection. Kyra hasn't had sex. Travis firmly believes Ewan doesn't know what the fuck sex is.
I think he knows what it is. I don't think he knows the complexities of sapient courting. I think
barely
that's
understand-
beyond him. I think
barely
he's
understand
seen
the-
wild animals mate before.
You barely understand the concept of currency.
Yeah.
But I woke up in the
wild.
woods where animals are actively in the spring trying to have sex and having sex. So I think he's seen it. Considering he learned how to turn into animals, I think he's observed them long enough.
Not quite understand what it is. But
Oh yeah, like I said, like the full complexities of sapient courtship are beyond him. easily, but
The conversations we have in D&D.
I don't know. I've he kind of like leans in and whispers, "I've never partaken either."
Kyra
kind of
starts manically laughing and just walks into the...
Juniper's face is turning even a darker shade of red, and she is trying to hide it with her hair. And it is not working because of the circlet on her head.
You guys head on in to the Tall Peacock. It's an interesting building because it's more tall than it is wide. So you enter into a space that is clearly like the entertainment. The bar is here. There's clearly a kitchen in the back, but it's not very spacious. But then you look up and you see that the next 2 floors have balconies that look over and also seem to have seating areas up them. And as you walk in, it is getting towards evening, so there are a few people through here. And being that this is a crossroads town, it seems like there is a lot of people that are staying at these inns, or at least at this one. Behind the bar of this inn is a black feathered, long-beaked, raven-like humanoid. They're about as tall as Kyra. And you see them just kind of milling about and grabbing drinks and passing them out to people. These beautiful cyan-colored eyes. Just a you see the feathers are lovely and like kind of a glossy black, except for maybe a few graying feathers around the eyes and around the edge of the bill. As you see this kind of bird person who is tending the bar here.
I will walk up and I will hi, do you have something yummy and cold and a nice bottle of wine?
Turns his head towards you and he says, "Oh, yes, of course. You're looking for food, drink, room and board, all of the above?
All of the above, please."
Right. Of course. Well, how do you do? Welcome to the Tall Peacock. My name is Waterfall. I'm here to attend to all of your needs. What do you need first? Rooms, food, drink?
Drink,
food,
rooms, food.
Drink, rooms, food. Got it. What do you want to drink?
Wine and some sharp cocktail that is cold.
Wine. He looks around. He's like, sorry, wine. Might be short on wine. Whiskey? Got whiskey?
Whiskey works.
Right.
How about a bottle of whiskey for all of us?
You see he scrambles up onto the bar and starts reaching up above onto a shelf, and he's like, no, here. And he pulls out a bottle of whiskey. There's no label to it. It's just a simple brown bottle, and he sets it down, and he says, bottle of whiskey. Just drinks or whole bottle, or what do you want?
I'm gonna take the bottle.
You're gonna take the bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood. 2 gold for whiskey bottle.
I will give him the 2 gold. And can I rooms for all of us, please?
Rooms. Understood. How long?
Just for the night. We got to get going after this.
For the night, understand? Most people come through pretty easy. Good. 1 night, simple charge. More nights, upcharge for taking up space.
Understandable.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Stables taking care of horses carriage.
Alrighty.
Additional charge.
Yes.
So it's going to be. Let's see. How many rooms?
Have
Have
There are
maybe-
4 of us here.
5.
Have maybe 6 currently. 6 rooms.
I just need me somewhere with some water.
Water. Yes. Barrels. Yes. Frogman. Yes. Barrel of water. Barrel of water can be provided. Just set up in companion's room.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do.
Do you just want to share a room, Kyra?
No,
Okay.
not anything against you.
No, it's fine. We've been through a lot the last 24
I would
hours.
like a little bit of solitude. Let's do 5 rooms. 5 rooms total. Yes.
5
Please.
rooms total. All right. Do calculations, and you see the bird hops down off, and he pulls out what is
Abacus.
An
an
abacus?
abacus, and just starts click, like setting things aside. Click. Right. 5 rooms, room and board for horse. Right. Total comes to 18 gold.
All right.
Ewan will cover the board.
If bring up charge to 25, dinner and breakfast included.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Wonderful. Looks, and then you see he takes your money and he's like, good.
Digs out
And
another
then-
7 gold.
And then he looks at all of you again, and he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Extra room?
Yes.
Okay.
We have another friend that is currently down at the Lovely Bird, and in case he gets kicked out, we have space for him.
Oh, lovely. Oh, and you see if a bird man could blush, he scrunches up his shoulders and his feathers kind of puff out a little bit as he goes. Lovely bird. Might not.
If you don't think
Come
we'll... Okay,
back
let's
to
just
the-
do the other...
It's at that point, Lady Rhiannon is like, I need that other room. He's like, okay, so rooms for everyone here. Frogman, barrel of water instead of bed. Yes?
Yes, that'll be great.
Hey,
Understood.
Omenda, I don't need a bed either. I kind of just sort of sit on a mat for a few hours. Do you want to share a room? Since we're not, neither of us really need a bed. Yeah, make it 4 rooms.
4 rooms? Okay. Take back 4 gold.
I did have a question for you there, Barkeep. I see you've got some folks who giving you some entertainment around. You open to some traveling entertainment?
Oh, yes. You wish to perform what sort of performance?
Well, I'm a bit of a storyteller. I like to tell a couple of stories here and there.
All right. Yeah. That is fine. Wish to tell stories. Stories are fine. No entertainment booked for tonight. No bards for singing and dancing. Stories, good. Keep the travelers in the bar, eating food. Good. Make money that way. Yes. Please tell stories.
Any charge for just a glass of water?
No. You see he rustles under and he just pulls out like a beer stein that's just full of water already, and he tunk.
Juniper chugs the damn thing.
Good. Dinner included with rooms, tonight's specialty. And you see he looks over and he points at a sign that is kind of flipped over, and it says, "Tonight's dinner is." It just says stew on it. He says, "Tonight's dinner, stew."
Perfect. Sounds good. And I'm going to start pouring a glass of whiskey.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
please make it a double over here, please.
Oh, I
Glasses
bought the
for
whole
everyone
bottle.
provided.
Okay.
Yeah, but
You
you're
and you
pouring.
want some alcohol?
Ooh, yes, I like the brown
Yes.
stuff.
Please.
I will get a glass for everybody.
You know when you got the brown, you're gonna get down.
Before you're even done pouring, there's a small black shape briefly on the counter, and it looks like it's probably like dipping its head into the glass. Just once or twice. Just.
Yeah. Drinks are poured. Lady Rhiannon joins in with this drink, and then she says, "Right. Well, I am going to go and sleep and not be interrupted by halflings dancing in the middle of the night. So, you all have a fantastic evening. We should leave somewhat early tomorrow, but if you all want to check out the market, I'm understanding. We'll pass it on our way out of town anyway, so." She says, "I don't know if you all saw, though. Well, it'll be easier to see in the morning, but I think I see what your..." And she looks towards you, Juniper. "I think I see what what our quarry was meaning when they said we shouldn't wait for that fairy to be coming back.
Oh no.
Have a good night."
I'm gonna down a glass of whiskey.
Well,
Same.
that's no good.
Oh, hey, a bird person whose name
yes,
I don't
Waterfall.
yet know. Waterfall? That's a nice
Waterfall.
name.
Thank you.
Did-
It was taken.
I have questions about that, but later. I have another question first. Actually, no, I have to ask. How did you take the name?
Oh,
Who did you take it from?
Was wandering through woods, found waterfall, liked sound, took his name.
Understandable.
Oh, fair enough. All right, cool. Thank you. Did perhaps in the last few days an elven individual with blue hair make their way through here? Maybe staying for a night with a few companions, like a Mendo, what's that other one look like?
Well, she looks actually like similar to me, but very, very much more of the feminine persuasion.
Oh. Yes.
They're friends of
You're-
ours, and they hopped on the ferry before us, so we wanted to
Oh, friends.
see if we could catch
friends,
Yeah, we're looking to have a good conversation with them.
They friends of yours. Stay.
What did-
Stay. You go. Go away.
Oh, so
No
it's-
more
they're
rooms.
not-
Give money back. Go away.
Not friends.
Not friends.
We're actually
Not friends.
hunting them down.
Oh,
Oh.
I just thought you wouldn't want to tell about him. I thought there was like a
No.
confidentiality thing.
We'll tell.
Oh, tell me all about him.
They guards and sheriff angry, destroyed ferry, caught on fire,
Oh my goodness.
robbed from stalls, took coin, stayed at the Lovely Bird, then left.
Oh, that's terrible. They stayed at the Lovely Bird.
Order wrong. Arrived, stayed at Lovely Bird, stole from stalls in morning, caught ferry on fire, left.
Oh, okay. So it's like they stayed first.
Run
They
out
did
of
their
town,
mischief.
more accurate.
Kyle, I would like to kind of scoop the little shadow that's been like continually lapping at my whiskey. Iris, I need you to go make sure that nothing bad happens to Oaf while he's in there. Make sure none of them shadow cart people are on him, and if they are, you gotta knock some sense into him.
She just kind of like finishes the whatever little bit she had drank, and goes, "Righto."
All right, cool. Hopefully he doesn't get kidnapped or nothing by him. I was worried they might have planted a sleeper or something. They seem the type.
Very true.
That's kind of their thing.
Blue-haired lady. Mean.
Yeah, she's mean.
Mean. Other
She's-
lady meaner.
Oh,
Woman
yes.
on horse. Wouldn't get off horse. Weird.
Do you know? That is weird. Do you know how long ago they left?
Yesterday, run out of town.
Interesting. Good to know. Thank you.
So we're about a day's behind. Well,
Good.
good night's sleep, and then we'll be able to hopefully make the difference.
Okay.
I think we'll catch up to them pretty quick. They took something of our friends, and so we're gonna go
I'm sorry,
kick
guys.
their
I have
teeth in.
my little personal calendar here is wrong. 2 days ago. 2 days ago, run out of town.
Still pretty easy to catch up to them, I think. Oh, we can catch them before they hit the mountains easy.
Mountains will slow them down for sure.
Sheriff might have more info.
Oh.
Sheriff very angry.
We'll check
Scared.
on that in the morning. I'm gonna continue to drink this alcohol.
Understandable.
Drink, food, sleep.
Well,
Drink,
he takes a
food,
gulp
bath,
of his-
sleep.
That.
of his glass. He's like, well, got a bit of money to make, so.
You might as well wet your whistle.
He says, "Good. Food." And about this time, a plate of stew has been provided for each of you. It's a good hearty thing. You see, roasted, like pot roast meat, carrots, potatoes, pearl onions, all sorts of things. Top of you just in this plate not on top of anything. It's stew. It's just a nice little plate of stew ready for you all to enjoy for your dinner tonight. Omenda, you're able to do a little bit of performing. You don't get your rooms for free here, but I am gonna say that you are going to receive.
Amanda needs money. Can I roll a performance check to see if
Yeah,
I
roll
do
a
good or
performance
not?
check.
Hey, that's okay at best. 11.
11. Yeah. With a roll above a 10, you are going to make. You're going to make. What is this number? Here we go.
Find it.
You are going to make 50 silver pieces tonight from the people that are hanging around. The rooms that you guys have been given are up. This building is 7 stories. The first 3 are all like eating and like the bar, like actual seating area. And the top 4 are rooms. Your guys' rooms are basically the entirety of the 5th floor. But rooms have been provided. Drink and food is had. And information to be found in your quarry in Grossforth come the morning. And that's where we're going to end for today, guys. Whilst I flesh out Grossforth a little bit more.
Hell yeah, dude.
God, do you want? Kyra is getting through this bottle quick. Do I need to make a con save?
Sure.
Oh, that was cocked.
I'm surprised that there were no dreams, Kyle.
Not today.
It's a 7.
Maybe at the start of the next session. Let's see. A 7, you
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
With a 7, you're drinking quite a bit of whiskey. You're getting pretty tipsy, but even with a 7, you're not like tremendously fucked up.
Oh,
I
good.
wouldn't say. This isn't like top shelf whiskey
Oh, it's
by
cheap. It was only 2 gold. True.
Like I ate whiskey. That's pretty good whiskey.
All things considered. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Good session.
Hell yeah, Kyle.
I will say that Juniper is
Thank you, Kyle.
matching Kyra drink for drink, though, at the moment.
Your turn to make a Constitution save.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Ooh, peer pressure. Ewan's a victim to that. Fuck.
That's an 11.
Yeah, you're doing better than Kyra is, but even still,
Yeah.
you're not doing too bad. What'd you get?
Ewan got a 3.
It's a big
Ewan
old
got
3.
a 3. Unfortunately, with a roll of under a 5, Ewan, with a roll of under a 5, Ewan, I'm gonna have to say, you do pass out at the bar tonight.
Ewan's
Oh, jeez.
fucking Doc Brown, 1 drink and he's out.
I'll help Amanda get him back upstairs.
Yeah.
It's a pain in my ass. It's the first time he drinks, he can't even handle his liquor.
Leave him alone. He's from the woods.
He's from the woods.
So is that rum he
Oh.
drank. It's also from the woods.
I will, it's not a dream sequence, but I will share one last little tidbit with you all before we cut for the evening, which is Juniper. As you get yourself set up for sleep, just a prickling like thorns on the finger that carries your ring, and just a twinge of not anger, just like mild annoyance.
Oh. But I didn't know.
You did do well, but you didn't make any attempt to contact him when you made it into the Wilderland.
Oh no.